I'm Dr. Brian Jeanette from Laurel Park Chiropractic Center. Today I want to talk about something that plagues not only golfers, but a lot of people just in the general world. If you have pain or pinching that's in the front of your hips during squatting, moving, or as a golfer, all the way through your swing, I got one exercise that I want you to try. So if you feel that pinch or discomfort that's in the front of your hip while you're either squatting, sitting down, or golfing, driving, hitting a club, especially either at the top of your backswing or all the way through following with your follow through the impact, you're not alone. This is something I see all the time. And a lot of people think it's just tight hip flexors. So they stretch them all over again. But that's not solving the problem. The problem really lies is the joint itself and the way that the joint is moving, or in this case, where the joint is not moving like it should. So the muscles that are going to control the hip sit on top of the hip. So we stretch those, we strengthen those, we do a whole lot to help them. But what we're also not doing, or what we also have to do rather, is take that hip and make sure that it's moving, sliding and gliding in that hip socket, in that hip joint very, very smoothly. This is actually what leads to hip problems, hip pain, even further down the line where we actually have to have some sort of medical intervention like a hip replacement. So let me give you one exercise to do so we can try and avoid all of that, and you have a free-flowing swing either in the backswing or all the way in the follow-through. This exercise that I want to go through is called the 90-90 drill. I use this exercise all the time with patients. It's one of the easiest exercises, or stretches rather, that I give people to do because all they have to do is they just have to sit on the ground. It's very easy. What we're going to be focusing on are the hips, and we're going to do it on both sides. Whether if your pinching is just on one side, maybe the left hip for example, I'm also going to have you do this on the right side. So you're going to take a seat, you're going to put one leg out in front of you, you can put one leg behind you. So it's called the 90-90 because this knee is bent at 90 degrees and this knee is bent at 90 degrees. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just sit here. I'm going to make sure I keep my chest up. What I'm going to do between 8 to 10 reps, I'm going to take my chest and I'm going to lean forward. Try and bring my chest straight down to the knee. And I'm just going to go through this movement nice and slow several times. Okay. What I'm feeling is a nice stretch on my down leg and my glute. And I'm also feeling some good rotation through my hip on this back leg. So do this nice and slow, 8 to 10 times. When I get done with my right leg, I'm going to switch and I'm going to perform this exercise on my left leg. Same thing, sitting nice and straight up. Make sure that my back leg is at 90 degrees. My front leg is at 90 degrees. I'm going to lean forward. Just like this. Some key takeaways that I want you to focus on is as you lean forward, think about rotating your torso slightly to the front leg. This helps drive the internal rotation of that hip and make sure that we're actually getting that rotation through the hips as we're doing the stretch. That's going to directly relate to playing golf. Additionally, a couple of important tips. Now make sure you stay tall through this exercise. You're keeping your chest upright. You're not hunching over to try and get as much of the stretch as you can, because really what you're doing is just causing other problems in other places of your body. We don't want to do that. Make sure you're moving very slow and everything is very controlled. And only go as far as you can without pinching or without pain. And like I said, we want to aim for 8 to 10 reps per side. Why this works is because oftentimes all these muscles, the hip socket, the fascia, the tissue, the labrum, everything just gets kind of glued together and stuck and just doesn't want to move very slowly. Why? Because we're generally, some of us are sedentary or some of us move too much. We don't quite get enough hydration within those hips to make sure that they are moving very fluidly. So this helps us in a controlled environment, in a controlled way, not put a lot of force and abuse through those hips, but gradually move the hips internal rotation, external rotation, so we get that nice pain-free range of motion within our hips that leads to a free-flowing swing and increased power.